The year was 2017. Time+Tide was at Baselworld in Switzerland. It was another year, cavalcade of releases. We had Rado late in our schedule, but before we'd even got to the booth to see their new novelties, there was a buzz around something very unexpected and unusual from the brand. And it was not the high-tech ceramic watches that we were used to. It was a little vintage reissue from a watch first released in 1962 called the Captain Cook. That was then, this is now, it's 2021. And that model has spawned a platform of releases, which brings us to this important moment when the high-tech ceramic Rado that we know them for meets this incredibly popular and successful vintage reissue. We have the Rado Captain Cook in high-tech ceramic. Let's get into the story. Okay, there are three variations of the Rado Captain Cook in high-tech ceramic. And just quickly to roll through them, we have the gray ceramic with a blue bezel. And by the way, you're going to hear the word smoked a lot over the coming minutes because there is so much smoking going on. This is a true smoke show. Secondly, we have the black ceramic with rose gold PVD on the outer knurling of the bezel and on the crown. And then lastly, we have the black ceramic with black bezel. And all, as I said, have these smoky dials. So let's get into the specs. I'm gonna pick one up randomly. I'm actually gonna work with the gray ceramic and blue because this is pretty attractive. What we have in this model is a 43mm case. Now, how does that wear? I have a 7-inch wrist and I have obviously chosen my shirt perfectly well for today. I'm jumping to the details here, but we do have a 3-fold butterfly style deployant. That's how we're looking in terms of on-wrist presence. It is 43mm in diameter. It is, we measured this just now, it is between 14.5 and 15mm in height, depending on whether you measure the case height from the case back or from the full extent of the lug down turned. In terms of the bracelet, we have two really attractive finishings happening here. We have the matte plasma high-tech ceramic outer links, and we have a polished matte plasma high-tech ceramic center link, which is, again, it's got this really unusual feel to the touch. It's not like steel, it's not like titanium, it's quite a nice polished tactile experience. And when it comes to bracelet construction, Rado are masters of the game here in terms of machining and then engineering their ceramic bracelets. Tolerances between the links is extremely tight. There is almost no fall off there as we let gravity do its work. And again, that wrist feel of the ceramic is a real feature. This is a really nice material to have on your skin. The other skin feel that's important is the case back. There is a clear case back and a titanium outer ring to the case back, which again, titanium is the most comfortable material on the skin, which is why often on bronze watches and other, they include a titanium case back to avoid any issues with other materials. Now the case itself is made of matte plasma high-tech ceramic. As I mentioned, it is certainly not a small watch on the wrist. It has presence and heft. And we see there that this is a matte treatment to this ceramic, very slightly downturned lugs, which does make the lug to lug measurement of 54mm somewhat more forgiving because it does actually turn the case around your wrist. Now, the bezel is a hardened stainless steel with a ceramic, in this case, a blue ceramic insert. The indexes are coated in a white superluminova. The bezel turning action is very tight and also very solid. So you're not getting that ticky, tinny sound sometimes from less well-engineered bezels. There is a very slight concave of the bezel, which is a throwback to the far more extreme inwardly sloped bezel of the original model. But really, I could turn this bezel all day. It is, we've been commenting in the Time+Tide office that it is super tight, and the alignment of the triangle with the 12 index is absolutely micron perfect. So well done, Rado there. Another little dial feature as you look at the dial here is that anchor, which always makes me feel warm and fuzzy because that's our logo, does move around as you move the watch. However, it's not really a fluid movement. It's more, it sort of drops into position at unexpected moments on the wrist. It's quite a funny one. It's not fluidly spinning around as you move. It's a little bit more fixed in place, but you will notice that the anchor moves, which is kind of a cool trick. This has a screw down crown, which explains that very impressive 300 meters of water resistance. In terms of interaction with the crown, you have to unscrew it and then pull it out. And the way that the hands move with the crown movement, there's nice torque there, there's very little play, and it's a really nice, smooth and tight turning action. And then to reinsert the crown, you simply push it in and then screw down until you reach the end. So this combination of hardened stainless steel in the bezel, a ceramic insert, ceramic case, titanium case back, and again the ceramic bracelet, it all makes for a very comfortable but extremely robust, almost scratch-proof and adventure-ready combination of qualities, including, as I mentioned, that 300 meters, which means that you'll be able to wear this in just about all aquatic activities. So what have we here? This is definitely a sports watch. This is definitely a robust and one watch contender if you wanted something that was going to be applicable for weekends and summer holidays, as well as daily suit duty or wearing it in a more formal context. But we also have a very powerful aesthetic that's quite different in what this watch is putting out. Beneath that box sapphire crystal, we have this really interesting smoked sapphire dial, which gives you a glimpse through to the movement, which reminds you that this is, a beautiful Swiss-made mechanical watch, and it has this quite unique aesthetic of a dial that allows you to see through. It's not skeletonized fully, as in there's still a dial there. It's just transparent and smoked. And then of course that transparent theme continues through to the case back, where there is a black tinted clear case back, allowing you again to see the movement and the new addition, which is a Nivicon hairspring. Now this is an anti-magnetic material that means that the watch will not be magnetized by, contact with your phone, contact with the magnet in your phone case, contact with any other magnetizing devices. This will resist losing time, as it's not a magnetic material. Lastly, this watch has 80 hours of power reserve, which means you can take it off on the Friday after work if you're not gonna wear it for the weekend, pick it up on Monday and you'll still be charging. So it's a really functional, life-ready watch for many occasions that brings back the original Rado story, which is a brand that mastered ceramic well before anybody else, and then marries it up with this unlikely smash hit, which was the Captain Cook from 2017, after being originally launched way back before, I would say, most of us were born in 1962. So there you have it, the Rado Captain Cook in high-tech ceramic. Finally, the two stories come together in this watch. What do you think? Which of the models do you think is most appealing? And do you think these vintage tropes, like the Captain Cook from 1962, can stand on their own 2 feet when they're dressed in very new clothes, such as all of this high-tech material? I look forward to your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching Time+Tide, and if you aren't a subscriber, consider it. Thank you.